Today on Running to Him.
God is the creator of the universe. By denying that in any way, we denigrate both He and mankind. We'll be reading through the book of Psalms for 6 months. Today we read Psalm 8, concentrating on verses 3 through 6. Psalm 8, 3 through 6 says, "When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have ordained, what is man that you take thought of him, and the son of man that you care for him? Yet you have made him a little lower than God, and you crown him with glory and majesty. You make him to rule over the works of your hands. You have put all things under his feet." Now Psalm 8 jumps out at us as a song of praise and incredible theology. We can just imagine David penning this psalm in the evening while looking at the stars above. During the last few weeks of my senior year in high school, I took a trip down to Tombstone, Arizona. And after leaving Tucson, we stopped at a park called Texas Canyon for the evening. It was a beautiful park by day, with rocks balancing on very thin columns, but it was the nighttime that was so incredibly beautiful. If you watch the video, you see pictures of Texas Canyon during the day and some night shots that compare to what I saw in Texas Canyon that night. Now, even looking at the raw beauty of the desert during the day, you can recognize God's handiwork. But at night, it's even more stark and more beautiful. And as I lay on my back and I looked up to the sky, I saw a meteor shower and more stars than I thought I ever could see possibly. In times such as these, we recognize how insignificant mankind is when compared to the rest of the universe. We are just a tiny ink spot in a vast universe of color. And because our technology allows us to be in constant light, we rarely see what David saw every night. But there is another aspect of the psalm that's extremely important. It is that God is the creator of the universe. Now, this fact is very unpopular in today's world. If we went to the high school after 1950, then possibly even before that, we were taught that there was no great God who created the universe, but rather it was simply a matter of scientific guesswork that brought us into being. God was merely a nice story, not one to be taken seriously. The teachers taught that science had proved beyond a reasonable doubt that evolution was now how human beings became human beings. Yet they disregarded God and they called him a fairy tale. Now, if we do not believe in God's creative ability and his sovereignty over the world, then we have no reason to trust in the salvation he has provided. We must base our salvation on the fact that God is the creator of the universe, not the process of millions of years, but by the word of his mouth. It is only then that his promises may be fulfilled in our lives.
Thank you for listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. You can use either Facebook or YouTube to like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. If you would like to contact us, you can reach me at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.